You know, in the world of patient safety, there's this incredibly critical, high-pressure front line that a lot of people just don't see. We're talking about sterile processing. You're professionals who work with just immense precision against a ticking clock. But your most powerful tool? It isn't on any cart, it's not in any machine, it's your mindset.
So let's really dive into this, because this is the question, isn't it? For anyone in a job where the stakes are this high, how do you take all that constant pressure, the unexpected chaos, that daily grind, and actually flip it? How do you turn that stress into a source of professional strength? That's what we're going to tackle, because the answer is what separates just surviving from truly thriving.
And this right here, this is the whole game. The challenges are a given. Trust me, they're going to happen. But the one thing you have total control over is how you respond. And that response, that's what defines your growth, your team's culture, and your direct, undeniable impact on keeping patients safe.
Okay, so let's get practical. First up, conquering process pressures. This is all about the real, tangible skill of turning what feels like total chaos into a state of calm, focused control.
We've all been there, right? The OR schedule suddenly flips, and bam, your workload of instrument trays has just doubled, without warning. And you can feel it instantly. The pressure is on, the clock seems to tick louder, and that mountain of work just looks impossible.
And this is where you face a clear fork in the road. You can go down the reactive path, and that leads straight to stress, rushing, and feeling completely overwhelmed. And that's where mistakes happen. Or you can choose the empowered path. This is where you flip the whole script. You pause, you prioritize, you focus on one tray at a time. Suddenly, chaos becomes calm efficiency. And let me tell you, that is a superpower.
Okay, so let's look at another pressure point. What happens when it's not the volume, but the machinery itself? A critical sterilizer fails, right in the middle of a cycle. Everything just grinds to a halt. And this isn't just some inconvenience, right? It creates a massive domino effect for the entire surgical schedule.
So what does the empowered response look like here? Well, it's like a playbook. Instead of panicking, you just pause. You assess the situation calmly. You run through the troubleshooting protocol you know so well, and you activate your backup resources. See, when you do this, a potential disaster just becomes another chance to sharpen your problem-solving skills and really show your expertise.
All right, so we've handled the gear and the workflow. Now let's get into the really tricky part, people. We're talking about navigating people dynamics. This is all about building bridges with your colleagues instead of putting up walls.
Let's just call it what it is. It's a reality in any busy hospital. Tension can flare up between departments. A really common one is that friction between sterile processing and the OR staff. Misunderstandings happen, everybody's under pressure, and communication can just completely break down.
So how do you build that bridge? The secret sauce is right here. It starts with empathy, just taking a second to think about the pressure the other team is under. Then, it's about calmly clarifying what everyone needs. And finally, you collaborate to find a fix that works for everybody. You know, this doesn't just solve one issue. It makes the entire hospital culture stronger. Now let's talk about another challenge, and this one is huge. So much of the crucial work you do happens behind the scenes. And let's be honest, it can often lead to feeling, well, unseen, underappreciated. And over time, that can be incredibly draining. But here's the thing. You can't always wait for someone else to give you that validation. You have to fuel your own empowerment, seriously. Celebrate the small wins with your team. Take real pride in mentoring your peers and sharing your knowledge. And most importantly, take a moment every single day to recognize the immense impact that you have. Okay, this next part is maybe the most important one of all. It's about how we handle those tough moments, when things go wrong. The goal here is to completely reframe how we think, to see every single challenge, not as a failure, but as a classroom on the journey to mastery. Picture this, that heart-stopping moment. An incomplete instrument tray is found, and it's just about to be sent to surgery. The first feeling is probably panic, right? Or blame. It's a near miss, and the pressure in that moment is just intense.
But what if we looked at that moment totally differently? What if we redefined it? An empowered mindset doesn't see a failure. It sees a growth opportunity. It's not a person who failed. It's critical data. It's a flashing light telling you that a system can be improved or a process needs to be tightened. Shifting from a culture of blame to a culture of learning, well, that's absolutely transformative. So we've seen how mindset can change how we deal with process pressures, people dynamics, even our own mistakes. Now, let's just pull the camera back and look at the big picture, the incredible ripple effect that your resilience has on everything.
It all starts right here. Before your shift even begins, before the first tray hits your station, it starts with the perspective that you choose to bring to the day. Because that internal mindset, it directly powers your external actions. It determines how you prioritize that heavy workload, how you talk to a stressed-out surgeon on the phone, and how you respond when things don't go according to plan.
And in the end, those actions, they define your impact, your legacy. It's an impact that touches your team, the entire hospital, and most importantly, the safety and well-being of every single patient who is counting on your expertise.
It really all comes down to this. This is the mission, right here. You empower your own mind. That allows you to cultivate resilience when the challenges hit. And when you do that, when you live that, you can't help but inspire your whole team to do the exact same thing. So I want to leave you with this one question to carry with you. Think about the challenges you know are coming your way, big or small. Which one of them will you choose to transform with your mindset today? Because that power to choose, that is all yours.